This is Clubhouse Golf, I'm Tom Denby, and these are the M6 irons. So the M6 irons from Taylormade, they're loaded full of technology. Let's get into the devil of detail of what it actually is. They're targeted mid to handicappers, so they're designed to go long and straight. So the whole construct of the golf club is to enable that to happen. So they've got a speed bridge technology on the back here, which is then incorporated with this speed pocket. So the whole idea behind that is to create as much ball speed off the face as possible. What they've also got on here is a very, very ultra thin face with their inverted cone technology they've had for a while. And what the inverted cone technology allows it to happen is to basically improve the sweet spot in the middle of the golf club. So basically makes it across the whole of the face. So you've got a golf club that anywhere you hit it on the face, it will still go a long way. So let's give them a hit and just see if they do actually work. So one thing I will say about these irons is that I'm expecting them to sound quite explosive off the face because that's what the target's at. But initially when you put them behind the golf ball, a little note for these is they're slightly upright. So what that helps is actually to get the golf club to aim a little bit left. So majority of high handicappers will slice the ball. Because these are a bit upright, they're almost a draw bias golf club. So they really help that target audience that's looking to buy these. So it does have that explosive sound off the face, so it's a really good, consistent feel across the golf club, but also explodes off it, so it's going to go a long way. So the makeup of this set is 5 to sand iron. I've pulled out the 9-iron there to have a little shot up to this green here now. So it sits really nicely behind the golf ball. It's got a really nice crisp sound off it, and actually it sounds a little bit different to the longer irons. It doesn't sound as explosively, it's still got quite a solid feel to it. So I quite like that because it's not going to go too far. So again, it's got that really nice feel to it off the golf club there. It's got a good solid sound, very slightly different to the longer irons. We lose the speed pocket in the shorter irons there, which means it's not going to go too far. So a really nice makeup of set here. They've really thought about this. So one thing to note here is that the 5, 6 and 7 all have the speed pocket at the bottom there, and that's because those golf clubs you're looking at maximising your distance as much as possible. In the 8, 9 wedge and sand iron, they've taken that speed pocket out because you don't need it as much. You don't need that help to hit them a long way because you're looking for more control. So they've really thought about how this set should be made up. So we talked earlier about how Taylormade have really thought about the makeup of this set. So we had the speed slot technology going in the longer irons and not in the shorter irons. They've actually put a sand iron in this set, which is very unusual these days. Now, in the old days, you used to get a sand iron that was shaped like the rest of the golf clubs. So it doesn't really design to work like a sand iron. Whereas Taylormade have put an actual proper sand iron in here, so you can see the shape's very different. So what that allows it to do is make sure there's some proper bounce on the golf club, so that makes it much easier to use in the sand, but also much easier to chip with. So they've really thought about how this set's put together. It sets up like a proper sand iron. If the bounce works out the bottom here, so it cuts really nicely through the sand like a proper sand iron should, which if you were to have a golf club that was just designed like the rest of the set, that wouldn't happen. So we know it works out the bunker there. Let's just hit a couple of chips with it as well, just to make sure this sand iron's working that way as well. So this is where it becomes quite important, chipping around the green, to make sure that you've got a good sand iron with a nice amount of bounce. So that feels really nicely, that it's a proper design sand iron. So to recap with this set, we've got the longer irons with the speed slot technology in there to help you with the distance side of it. The shorter irons don't. We've got a properly designed sand iron. We've also got the KBS Max shaft in here. So it's an 85-gram steel shaft. So it's almost the weight of graphite. So it really helps you to generate clubhead speed. It's easier to hit, it's easier to get the golf ball up into the air. So really have thought about this set of golf clubs.